Hello friends, welcome back. It's time for another episode of BigDenoPlays Earthborne Rangers. I'm very excited. We're moving into day 3. Are we into day 3? Let's have a look at the tracker, shall we? Here is the tracker. So yes, we've finished day 1, finished day 2. So we actually have a journal entry to read at the start of this day, which is day 3. But we do still have a perfect day. So we'll do all of our setup. We have our stave of the sun. We have our deck. We find ourselves at the northern outpost where we successfully returned Lun and saved him. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6. Keep that. I like that. We don't need that. I'll keep that. I'll get rid of those two. 1, 2, 3. Oh, good start. Like all of those cards. Actually like all the cards in my deck. And it's probably I'm at a point with the game where I don't really know what's good or what's bad or what I want to keep or what I want to get rid of. So, usual things. There's our weather piece. There's our challenge deck. So we'll just we'll give that a little shuffle. The location. So we've added the Northern Outpost cards, and since we travelled from Golden Shore to the Northern Outpost, we will have woodlands. I want to go to Mount Nim and then head down to the Fractured Wall. We had a cool comment on one of my YouTube videos for this game. One of the guys who did some artwork for this actually painted the Fractured Wall, I think. So it'd be cool to go check it out. Let's have a look. So that's all shuffled. That's our path deck. That's our deck. That's our hand. We've got our energy. We've got our stave. Let's go and read this entry, which is, we've finished the rescue mission. 94.7 it was, wasn't it? Mission timers, 94.7. Read 1. If you've completed Rescue Lun, is this right? Let me go and have a look at the thing. .1, not 94.7. We did actually rescue Lun on 94.7, 94.1. If you've completed biscuit delivery, we have. Ah. Oh, Cal, he's not a fan of us. All right, so thanks for delivering those. Okay, you yawn as you wake up on the trail and then sniff the air curiously. Something smells delicious. You look around your campsite and see, sitting on a rock, a hearty grain loaf and a stack of delicate sweetbreads, still warm and steaming. Someone hiked by while you were asleep and left them for you. On the top of the loaf, you find a note that says, "Thanks for delivering the biscuits to us. Enjoy breakfast." Each ranger gains 1 additional energy in an aspect of their choice for the first round. Good work, Biscuit team. We have read the Northern Outpost, so let's do the Northern Outpost number 4. We haven't fixed up the Northern Outpost, and so we read scraps of wood, leather and cloth, as well as panelling lie scattered about the exterior. We search the Northern Outpost for the deep woods and set it into play. There it is. Boom. So the deep woods comes in up the top. Our section that we read there is number 40. Can't see more than a few metres ahead, and all around you the forest seems completely quiet, the deep woods. Okay, so we get an extra energy in a aspect of our choice. If we choose Spirit, it will allow us to put both our meditation pillow and our iron wool boots into play. So I think we will choose Spirit for this first turn, and we're going to do exactly that. Oh, we do have to draw one path card as lead ranger. Oh, it's Lun. Good to visit you, mate. We helped you and you're here already. 41, Lun the outpost tender. 41.1 if you've saved Lun. Lun is still wearing his oversized cloak, still with damage from his close call. My friends, he yells, it's so good to see you again. We just dropped you off, mate. Relax. He beckons you closer. I've got some items to trade as usual, and after what you did for me, I think I can swing some pretty good deals, Lun says with a wink, gesturing towards the notably dishevelled outpost. Clear Lun with progress to trade for his wares. Okay. So Lun goes here. All right. Now, cool. So if we flip sun symbols here, then Lun will actually help discard neglect from the location, which could be good. All right. Meditation pillow in play, spending 2. Iron wool boots in play, spending 1. That is all of the gear that we can have at this point in time. There are 3 charges on that. So we are good. We will then put our friend the Sparrow Hawk into play. That is all of our spirit and all of our awareness. So the Deep Woods is an awareness check. No, it's only 2 awareness. An awareness check, plus we also use this, but we can't use it when interacting with that because it requires us to have a trail. So I think we're okay with getting exhausted by the Deep Woods. It's not an obstacle, so it's going to fatigue us for 3. But if we do this focused tidy check, we can discard a neglect from the location. So let's do that. Let's start off by discarding this Seen Through Cycles moment and our single focus, and we will do a tidy check. We succeed, which is good. However, it's also not good because of the Deep Woods trigger. If this test added progress, it did not add progress. So we've discarded 1 neglect token from here. The Deep Woods exhaust this feature, search the path deck for the next predator and put it into play. Our prowling Woolhund comes in along the way. I really want to clear this northern outpost situation off. All right, no more of those. He comes in down here. He's hanging out down here with us. Lun, I think it's time we connected with you, but we can't connect with you right now. Wonder if we could scout 3 path cards and draw 1 card. Yep, we'll play our 1 awareness to Eagle Eye, and we will scout 3 path cards and draw 1 card. 1, 2, 3. Sitka Buck, Sitka Doe, an overgrown thicket. We don't want that. I think we'll just bring this doe into play. And that will give the little Woolhund an opportunity to hunt us. Hunt the Sitka Doe. Eat the animal. Off you go. Eat the animal. All right, we'll spend our person to pull this back into our hand because of the 1, 2, 3 fatigue, but because we played a moment, we get that back. And I think we will rest for the time being. So 2 spirit, 1, 2, 3 awareness, 1 focus, and this gets readied, and this gets readied, We will deal ourselves a new card. It's Shape the Earth. That's a good one. And we deal ourselves a Trick of the Light. It's a feature with some question marks. There is it. Interesting. I might try and start to do that and play cards up here so you can see the cards a little bit better. A Trick of the Light, 39. Let's read 39. We have not met an interloper. All right, you see a dark shadow moving through the trees. You freeze, trying to get a better look at it. The shape seems humanoid but taller than you, with a slightly forward-sloping posture. It steps into the light for a moment, and you catch a glimpse of a being covered in long fur. Then it steps behind a tree and vanishes. You hurry to the spot where you last saw it, but find nothing. You will have to clear a Trick of the Light with progress to track down the mysterious figure. Cordo is not in play. You look for impressions on the ground or broken twigs, for something, anything to give evidence of this strange being. This would really interest an experienced tracker like Cordo down at Lone Tree. Ooh. Okay. So we need to put 8 progress on it. That seems like a lot. It's a feature though. So we can use this manifestation to add 1 progress to each feature and location. Then you may redistribute them to anyone in between. Okay. Interesting. I think we want to connect with Lun. But we don't have a great opportunity to do that. We don't have a yellow meditation pillow. So we've got some fatigue management here. So we don't need to be too concerned about fatigue. Let's start interacting with Lun. So we're going to spend our 2 to connect with Lun. We have no hearts that we can discard. So we will simply do our check. We roll a -1, which means we put 1 progress on Lun, and we then activate the thingy abilities. So, unfortunately, that means that Lun gets attacked by the Wool Hunt. That seems very suboptimal. So, if there is an active predator, exhaust it, add 2 harm to this being equal to that predator's presence. Or 2 harm. So, Lun's been attacked by a Wool Hunt and could be dead. Note to self, exhaust the Wool Hunt before interacting. Alright, well, how can we interact with that? That is a trail only. Alright, so we will play Seen Through Cycles, no, but we'll just discard Seen Through Cycles to interact with the Deep Woods. So it's awareness. So we're going to spend all 3 of our awareness, and that, which is a total of 4, to hide in the dense undergrowth. So we get a 4, which is very good, because that is enough for the Deep Woods to clear. So we'll do the Deep Woods clearing, and then we would put our, oh no, that just puts our thing to 2 there. Oh. Awareness plus that hide in the dense undergrowth. Okay. Anyway, we go through, it doesn't clear that, it just puts us there. So if there's an odd number of progress, there is not. If Northern Outpost is the current location, Discard one neglect from the location, which means we have completed the location. He's discarded, and if there are one or more Sitka bucks, none of that triggers. So that's good. So we now read 4.1 because we have cleared the neglect from the location. It takes hours of hacking back overgrowth and scrubbing the floor to get the outpost back in working order. You breathe a sigh of relief at a job well done. Future visitors to this outpost will have a much easier time reaching the structure now. Each ranger soothes 3 fatigue. Discard the deepwoods if it is in play. Record fixed up the northern outpost on the campaign tracker. Very good. I will also exhaust that to bring seen through cycles back into our hand. So we'll just add that to here. Fixed up northern outpost. Good. All right, that's good times. Lun is very dangerously close to being attacked and mauled, so I don't like that. But we can now, and we see that we soothe a fatigue, 2 fatigue, 3 fatigue. Oh, compassionate. Sky whip. All right. Let's play a moment. Let's not play a moment. We can't use compassionate yet on Lun. Okay, I think we're probably okay with, yeah, the Shadowhawk's just going to bite that guy in the face. We're probably okay with drawing one more card. And then taking some fatigue. So our first action will be to clear him, I think, potentially with this Sky Whip. All right, so let's do that. We will rest again. So we're down to 1 cloud. We will flip a Sitka buck. Very good. We will draw a card. Reverb locket. Ooh, interesting. Could be better than my meditation pillow. So this guy refreshes, this refreshes, and we now have to be concerned about that Woolhund attacking us. But we'll save him. We'll start our turn by doing a Sky Whip. Whip. And we're going to hit him with awareness plus that symbol. I think we'll use our shape the earth because we can bring that in. So we're going to put 3 total by spending 2. 1, 2, 3. So this is Sky Whip. So we're going to whip him with some harm. So that was we had to spend a glint to do that. Before we do anything, we'll use Riri the Sparrowhawk to put another one on him, and that's because we just need to get 2 now. So this is a green check, perfect. So we have Sky Whipped the Woolhund out of the way. Good work, all and sundry. So that, if this test added progress, no. If there is an active predator, no. If there is an active predator, no. We're very good. Let's connect with Lun, the outpost tender, so we can clear him with progress. Is there any other hearts that we want to use? No. So we're going to use yellow and see if we can clear him. We need to hit 3, so we need a -1. -2? You fuck. Don't think I can do anything about that, can I? Nope. Well, oh no. Okay, so mountains. If there is an active Sitka doe, the buck charges. Oh my god, he just charged us and injured us? Suffer one injury. How interesting. I've never seen them have an impact, and now they've just charged me and smashed me in the face. I cannot put progress onto Lun this turn. There is no way for me to do it. I've played several moments, but I don't have any fatigue. We'll pull a moment card out of our hand, which will be this Shape the Earth. I am going to play Shape the Earth by spending my 2 fitness. Well, we get our glint back, which is how I'm able to do that from this. And then I will add 1 to each feature and location. Then I can redistribute any number of things to it. Well, I think our best bet now is just progress on the northern outpost, because I don't want Lun to get killed. And that Sitka buck's actually quite annoying, really, isn't it? Yep, so we'll just put 2 progress onto the northern outpost. And yeah, do we just interact with the... Actually, what does that let us do? Add 1 to each feature and location. Now, you may redistribute any number of progress between them. So maybe I'm actually better off holding on to this and then using it to put as much progress as I can on the northern outpost and then slide it over to a Trick of the Light. I think I might do that actually. So let's change that. We'll put that back. Let's instead spend 1 green. We're going to try and avoid, I'm going to use this eagle eye. We're going to try and avoid the Sitka buck. Boom. That's a green check, so that's a pass. So the Sitka buck is exhausted. No yellow. There is no odd number on that. Northern outpost, done. There are 1 or more Sitka bucks, so that's fine. So he's now exhausted. We also get our glint back. So that's now 2 glints. Ooh, this is exciting. This is a good plan, I think. And then we are going to do a big whopping interaction with the northern outpost. Let's see if we can do it. So we're going to attempt to go 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7 with the northern outpost and traverse it. So we do take a fatigue from the Sitka doe. And that's the only thing that we have. Now, if we flip a mountain here, if this test adds progress, we'll add an additional progress. So we're hoping for a mountain. It's a sunlight, but it's a +1 check. I think this is going to work. This is a great plan. 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. So we now have 8 progress on the northern outpost. And next turn, when I play Shape the Earth, we will be able to transfer all of that over to a Trick of the Light, which seems fun. So I will do again another glint. That's 3. Do we want to use my meditation pillow? We're currently pretty good on on stuff. So yeah, let's use our meditation pillow. We'll spend 1 focus. We have no hearts to use it. It's a sunlight, nothing, 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 nothing. So we will equals our effort, gain a reverb blocker back into hand. Okay, end of the turn. This is now going to flip to the midday sun. We're going to gain all of our effort back. We just got to be careful that Lund doesn't die here. We draw a card. It's the vaulting rod. And don't be another wool hunt. Ah, no. What are we going to do here? Oh. The good news is that this is a manifestation and it does not require a test. So we can actually do this and then we can potentially try and connect with Lun, and that would stop him from being killed by that. So we'll have a think, but I think I definitely want to do this trick of the light as we start our turn. This is exciting. So what's our best play here with yeah, so if we flip a crest, Lun will die. So I think our first action is to clear Lun, or attempt to clear Lun, I should say. We have no hearts in here. So the only thing that we can do is go for 2 yellows and try and raw dog, not a -2. There's only like 2 -2s in the whole deck. So that will clear him before he will attack. But if we do flip a crest, the Sitka Doe will then actually attack us. So rather than doing that, no, we have to do it that way. Because we can't. Let's do shape the earth first. So we're going to add a progress to each feature and location. So we go 1, 2, and then you may redistribute those however you wish. So we'll pull 7 over here. So we now have 8 progress on that, and we have 2 on the northern outpost. So that is going to clear Trick of the Light. We can use our shaper ability to pull that was a glint to use that. We can pull that back into hand. So I think we will, but let's read the entry for 39. We found it, Trick of the Light. Clear with progress. You move through the trees, not sure, and that was not interacting with that card because we weren't doing a test on that card, so we don't have to add anything. Cool. You're not even really sure you saw a being at all. You look for tracks, signs of passage, anything to guide your way. Then suddenly you come around a tree and find yourself face to face with a tall, furry humanoid with features that seem to be a blend between a human and something else. You've heard stories of the Yeti before, but you thought they were just that, stories. You look at the Yeti for a long moment and it looks back at you. Its eyes meet yours and you feel oddly at peace, as if you and this Yeti share an ancient kinship. You begin to speak, and in response it rumbles in a low, somehow non-threatening manner. Then it steps back and slips behind a tree. You move to follow, but it's no longer there. Something glints on the ground though, however, right where the being had been standing. Right, met an interloper on the campaign tracker. How cool is that? Met an interloper. What are you doing here, Yeti? What are you doing here, hanging out? Met an interloper. So that clears with progress. So we can now gain the Translocator reward card. What is that? There it is. Ooh. Exhaust. Dodge each card in play. Whoa, that is unreal. Particularly good for a solo player, actually. Cards tend to get up there very quickly. I can't wait to put that into my deck. That's just a straight up better card than most of the cards I have. Maybe meditation pillow. Okay. So if I want to leave this location, no, we want to now clear Lun. Yeah, I think our highest priority is clearing Lun. So we're going to do that now. This could result in us getting attacked, which is okay. So we'll do a spirit check at -1, and it's a good result too. So, did I? No, that was yesterday. So Lun clears with progress, fortunately. We just needed 1. So we'll read that in a second. The Sparrowhawk's fine. If there is an active predator, exhaust it. There is an active predator, exhaust it. And we will add 2 harm to the Sitka Doe, which will clear the Sitka Doe, which means we're now not going to get charged by that idiot. Awesome. Good work, Deno. Great turn of events. Lun Outpost Tender clears at 41. Oh, this is exciting. 41. Clear with progress. We go to 41.3. Lun eagerly unfurls a canvas roll, revealing his collection of found objects. See anything you like? Lun asks. I'm happy to trade for anything you have. If it wasn't for you, I might still be in the woods. Each ranger may search a ranger deck for a gear and add it to their hand. Then each ranger may return a gear from their collection that they meet the stat requirement. They choose a starting gear from the collection they meet the stat requirement for. Oh, okay, so we can take a gear from any one of the things. I don't reckon I'm going to use this meditation pillow anymore. Geez, that's hard to know if there's a good reason to do that or what have you. So, yeah, interesting. Be cool to put the reverb blocker on. No, I feel pretty good about that turn. So let's just rest. So we're going to add a cloud to the midday sun. We're going to flip a new card of this. It's another wolf. There's 2 of them now. We gain thorough. We're going to exhaust ourselves to whip our Sky Whip out. Sky Whip out of the hand. I think we're going to Sky Whip him. Yep. So we'll spend awareness, Sky Whip, and thorough. So it's going to be a total of 3. What do we need? 4. Is it worth using our vaulting rod? No, I think we'll do that. We'll do 4. We're going to do Sparrowhawk on this guy to eat his face. Nom, 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 nom. And then we need to flip not -2. -1 is good. So this guy suffers 3 damage and clears from harm. And we now activate these abilities. None here. There is not an active Sitka Doe. We do not have 3 or more fatigue. So that's a good start from the team. I think we will now attempt to traverse the location. What do we need to exhaust him? A 2 and that. No, we'll traverse. We'll use our vaulting rod and our 2 fitness to traverse over here at the northern outpost. It is 3 fatigue though. That's not ideal. Okay, instead of doing that, we will actually use a single awareness and this to course, there's a glint to cast our Sky Whip. We're going to try and exhaust this Sitka buck. So we need to flip again, not -2, it's a -1. So that flips that. We are not 3 or more fatigue, so we do not suffer an injury. Then we will traverse over here. We're going to spend our 2 fitness and we're going to suffer 2 fatigue. 1, 2. And we gain a -1. So that's all okay. So we gain 2. Progress on the location, which means we can travel. So that's a great turn of events. I would like to travel, but before we do that, I think we will use this focus to meditate. And we get a +1, which means we recover 2 fatigue. How perfect. And that triggers nothing. We rest, we add a new cloud. We have used 2 of our meditation pillows now. This goes here, we recover all of our energy. And we're going to clear this. So let's have a look where we're traveling to. We're currently in the Northern Outpost. Let's go down to Mount Nim. It seemed like a nice place last time we were there. So Mount Nim, non-pivotal location. That was a successful day. I'm very pleased with that trick of the light. Successful day. Do we want to go back to Lone Tree Station and visit our friends at Lone Tree Station? I think we will, but yeah, let's go somewhere new. Mount Nim. I've heard it's lovely this time of year. Mount Nim. We need the mountain set. Which is here. And because it is non-pivotal, we take all of the path cards, the valley cards, I should say, which are here. Shuffle them. Choose 3. 1, 2, 3. Mount Nim. Well, we handled those creatures pretty well, I think. Our path deck is in play. Arrival number 13, Mount Nim. Climbing the spurs of Mount Nim is tiring work. A brisk wind chills your skin. As you approach the summit, you look out and see almost the entirety of the valley stretching to the south. White Sky Lake glimmers below. Then, following the thread of the Silverfin River, you can spot the thin gleaming spike of Spire in the distance. Beyond, you can imagine you can see the mouth of the valley where the ground drops away into the emerald expanse of the Verdessa below. Good. Lead Ranger, draw 2 path cards, choose 1 to put into play and discard the other. If one of them has ambush, you must choose it. So this is a pouncing Aatrox. It does have ambush, and so it comes into play. Ambush means it fatigues us straight away. Oh, 1, 2 fatigue. So that's it. Start of the day, we now draw another path card and we flip a circling Irex. It's flying around above our head, and there's a pouncing Aatrox here as well. Great times. Great times. Okay, so this being is along the way. Move it within reach, it fatigues you. There's a lot of fatigue there. If there is another active predator, the Aatrox pounces. Add 2 to that predator and 1 to this being. So there's some injuries happening here, potentially. But maybe these two can fight each other. Yeah. Okay, I think I've got a plan. We're going to meditate with our meditation pillow. So we spend the 1 focus that it costs us, and we may discard this Throng of Life to give us a total of 2. That's a 3. So we now recover 2 fatigue, and we now trigger these. This says if this being is within reach, it is not. And this says if you have 2 more fatigue, exhaust this being. We do not. So that's a good outcome. I'm going to discard my meditation pillow. It's doing no good to us now. Throng of Life discarded. All right, let's sky whip that pouncing Aatrox out of here. Click shape the earth and our 3 to sky whip the pouncing Aatrox, and we get a 0, which is perfect. So that pouncing Aatrox suffers 4 harm and runs away from us. I'm going to bring that sky whip back into hand by exhausting the Prodigy of the Floating Tower. We have no more glints left, which is a shame, but let's try and scare off. Oh, it's no good. I think we'll traverse. We'll traverse Mount Nim. We will flip this Reverb Locket for its attribute, which is, I'm very bad at remembering names of the attributes. I'd like to remember them. Exploration, I think. Yes, it's Exploration. So we have 2 energy plus 1 exploration icon to traverse. We get a +1 and we get mountains. So the +1 adds 1, 2, 3, 4 to Mount Nim. So we can leave at any time, which is great. We do suffer 2 fatigue from the circling Irex. That is very good. We did not get any more glints, and there's not a single sun in there, which is nice. We'll rest. 1, 2, 1, 2, 3, 1. Draw a card. It's Strider. That's nice. 3 clouds. So we're back to the beautiful, perfect day. And let's hope it's not another bird. Ooh, agitated meadowlarks. Little birds. These are little chirpy birds. You can listen to it to move your thing to this being. Before a being moves or enters play within reach, you may remove your ranger token from the agitated meadowlarks. That's cool. So we drew a card. Gained all of our stuff back. What do we want to do? Overlook the surrounding valley to choose a nearby location. Attach 1 card from that location set face down to this location. After you travel, if you traveled to that location, put the attached card into play. That sounds like a fun thing to do. Where are we going to next? Let's have a look at our map. I think we're going to the fractured wall. So let's do that. Let's try and exhaust the circling iris. No, let's try and scare the iris off. All right, so here's what we're going to do. We're going to spend 1, 2, 3 awareness plus our sky whip, and that will definitely scare him away. Before we do that though, let's have our sparrowhawk eat these agitated meadowlarks. Nom, 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 nom. Then we'll interact here. So this and 3 energy will give us a 4. We need a 2 to scare it off. I lied, it's only 3. Yep, so we need anything but -2. It's a 0, it's a glint, it's a sunlight. Oh, it's all good. So we've successfully scared it away. We place the being on top of the path deck. If you fail, suffer 1 injury. So he's gone. This gets shuffled. There's no cards preventing us from interacting anywhere. There's no fatiguing happening. We have not played a moment yet. We will spend our single focus and this strider to interact here with this Mount Nim, and we're going to overlook the valley. We need to succeed on a 3. We have 1, 2, 3, 4. Surely we can do it. It's a 0. So we're going to go to add 1 card from that location set to this. We've looked out over Mount Nim. What is that over there? It's the fractured wall, you say. So what's the fractured wall's location look like? There it is. So here is the things that we've seen while we're up there. We've seen a mega dam ruins. We've seen the Green Guardian. What is this guy? He looks sick. And we've seen Solaro Mako, the archaeologist. I'd like to have a chat to him. Let's have a chat to him. So we attach 1 card from that location set face down to this location. After you travel, if you travel to that location, put the attached card in play. So we've now concluded the day. We are going to travel. And we're going to travel all the way. We haven't exhausted our things, so we'll bring Skywhip back into hand. We'll travel all the way to the fractured wall. And we will go along the mountain path to the fractured wall. So this is exciting. I've never been there. So thank you, Mount Nim, for giving us a little look. I shall be back shortly. All right, so we have the 2 cards that were in there, plus the mountain deck that we are shuffling. On arrival at the fractured wall, we're going to read section 7. So let's have a read of section 7, the fractured wall. The fractured wall is all that remains of a dam that once held back the waters of a wide and deep lake. Long ago, the dam failed, unleashing a terrible flood that tore through the valley, depositing the ruin of its passage on the alluvial plain north of Tumbledown. Many believe this flood is responsible for the destruction of the Estian civilization. That is cool. And so our friend Zyren, who's chat on the channel, here he is. He's the one who did the artwork on that. How cool is that? The fractured wall. I visited that just for you, Zyren. There we are. How cool. Let's also read about Solaro Mako, the archaeologist. He seems like a nice guy. Let's give him a biscuit. Taste the biscuit. Taste the goodness of the biscuit. 53.2. As you carefully make your way over the moss-dappled stones near the fractured wall, you hear a faint series of beeps and grunts. Squinting, you spot a hunched figure intently studying a collapsed chunk of the fractured wall. As you approach and get ready to introduce yourself, he spins around to face you. Clearly mid to late 22nd century design, if you look at the interlacing carbon microfibers in the stone. You agree? You pause, unsure if he's addressing you or himself. He grins. Well, what do you think? Confused but intrigued, you take a look for yourself. Clear Solaro with progress to ask him about his research. What are you looking at, buddy? Yes, what an interesting chap. All right, he's friendly, he's come into play. So let's just read the fractured wall. So the lead ranger searches the path deck for the next obstacle to put it into play. It's a shale scree, which is a hazard. Challenging. All right. We absolutely need to get some more cards. And we now also draw a card at the start of the day from the path deck. It's a fresh Sitka carcass. Oh dear. Okay, so we probably need to go and stand on that fresh Sitka carcass so we can look around for animals. But this is all bad times. This obstacle, this shale scree is going to exhaust us. We may be able to do something about that though, because I think our shape the earth lets us do something. Okay. Intriguing. So I've got 1, 2, 3. I've still got about 6 or 8 cards in here in my deck, so I've still got a little bit of time up my sleeve. I'm looking to see if I can draw another scene through cycles back into play. So if we do that, we can potentially clear this scramble obstacle very quickly by using our awareness and then a shape the earth. So we'll spend that to bring shape the earth back into play. We're going to play a moment, which is going to give us a fatigue back, which is nice. Solaro's friendly, so he's not going to exhaust us. Yeah, there's potentially some predators coming into play though, but we really need to clear this shale scree. It's real. Oh, hang on, haven't we got something that exhausts obstacles? I think that's our vaulting rod, isn't it? Doesn't our vaulting rod let us jump over obstacles? Use 1 vault, exhaust an obstacle. That is awesome. We'll get that into our hand soon. I think we've already used both of them though. We haven't. Maybe it's in here. All right. Let's do this. We're going to spend Seen Through Cycles, 3 awareness to attempt to scramble up the slope of the shifting rocks. Let's see how we go. All right, it's a mountain. So if this test added progress, add an additional progress. I think it does add progress. Yeah, it does. So it's going to add an extra progress. Here, ready the feature with the highest presence. Here, move this card to within reach. It fatigues you. So we've got 2 fatigue there. 1, 2. But we did actually get 1 back into hand because of our iron wool boots. No, we didn't do that yet because the moment we haven't played yet. So it moves into here, it fatigues us. Move each being that is within reach to another area. So they're all up here now, hanging out along the way. They've run away. But we did successfully put 6 onto that, which actually clears it. To add 3 for every 2 effort. Ah, cool, okay. So we don't actually do that or that, nor do we do that, because it clears before we go to activating the challenge icons. Good. Now, let's shape the earth. Spending our glint, that is a moment. So we're going to put a progress on each thing in play, which is that and this fresh Sitka carcass. We probably should have done this first, actually. Yeah, we'll do it first, and then we'll move all 3 to here. So we've got 3 on there. That brings that back into hand. We can't connect. That's an awareness check. Let's connect with Solaro, Marco, and we'll use this and our 2 spirit. You're a nice man, Solaro. Oh, it's a -1. So we only add 2 progress to him. However, because of that mountain, if this test added progress, add additional progress, a perfect day comes up trumps for us. Solaro Mako, let's see what you've got for us, buddy. We've cleared him with progress. 53.5. Ah, yes, yes, of course, of course. Solaro's eyes light up. The calcium deposits. See, I believe this was once a dam holding back a huge lake, maybe a small sea. When it ruptured, the water would have swept through the valley, submerging and reshaping the ecosystem. It eventually drained into the Verdessa, leaving behind aquatic life forms. As they decomposed, it would have left strong deposits of calcium in the soil that would have enriched it and accelerated the regrowth of the valley's floor. He looks at you. If I were able to test 2 samples, one from here and another one from, say, White Sky, Branch, or Spire, I could determine if the same calcium deposits are indeed present. I know the paths can be winding and dangerous, but maybe you'd be willing to accompany me. Yes, I'd love to help you, Solaro Mako, archaeologist. You seem like a very nice man. So we will attach the helping hand mission to Solaro. You have agreed to help this person complete an important task. Oh no, if you do not help this person before the end of the day, the opportunity is lost for the day now. I don't know if I'm going to be able to get him to. Where is it? White Sky, Branch, or Spire? White Sky is 2 away. Spire is 2 away. Branch is 2 away. Travelling is going to be a challenge. Ugh, do we try? Do we try? If we fail, I really want to get... I really want to get my cool translocators into my hand. We'll give it a try. Seems unlikely. Attach the helping hand mission to Solaro Marco. So he is now persistent. Alright. We can interact with the fractured wall. We will do so. We're going to try and chart a course. This is a challenge because we do not have that exploration card that we need. Did I play a moment? Yes, I did. Did I draw a card back into my hand? Fatigue, I'm pretty sure I did. I need a +1. That's the only thing I can do here. That's going to fatigue me for 3 though. I guess we have to rest. That's unfortunate, but will hopefully give us a chance. As long as we don't draw a predator, he says, with absolute confidence. As he, shale scree, that's bad. Where's my vaulting rod at? So we cannot interact with that at all. We have to scramble up the shale scree. That's bad. We can't even travel away, but we can bring a card back into hand. So let's bring the Shape the Earth back into hand. And let's spend our 2 fitness to Shape the Earth. That adds 1, 2, 3, and we'll immediately add all 6 of that to the shale scree to scramble up there and clear that. We can't do that because we don't have a glint. No, it was such a good plan. Why don't I have glints? Why can't you give me glints? Oh, I guess we just have to scramble up there. Is there any other things I want just for the icons? Seen through cycles, maybe? Intriguing. Scramble 2 for every 2 effort. If you fail, resolve its challenge effect. So awareness here to watch for opportunistic carnivores. I really need that vaulting rod so I can exhaust some obstacles. This guy's going to ready the feature. This isn't an obstacle, this is an obstacle. So I can ignore this. Can I exhaust that? Maybe we do need to get a predator come into play. I don't think we're going to be able to help Solaro Mako this day. It's going to be a challenge. Let's use our awareness, and we're just going to spend 3 to scramble up the slope. We get a 0, which is unfortunate because it adds 3 for every 2 effort. We only contributed 3. We had no other way to contribute any effort anyway. So we add 3 progress to this. We then activate this. If this test added progress, add an additional progress. Ready the feature with the highest presence. That's this, which is readied. Move this card within reach. It fatigues you. 1, 2, 3. Oh, 2. There's 4 progress on it. Oh, we can actually just traverse that. Okay. So that's fine. We still can't play a moment. These 2 run away from the shale scree falling down. We will spend our 2 focus to traverse the shale scree. We get a sunlight. Okay, so that does clear the shale scree, but because of this sunlight, if your thing is not on this feature, exhaust this feature, search the path deck for the next predator and put it into play. I don't appreciate that. What's a spider line stanchion? Oh my god, I need to get that out. A circling iris. A circling iris is flying around. Great. I have to shuffle this now. Man, that spider line stanchion is actually the key to our success here. We can do it. We just need to play Eagle Eye or get our Hawk to survey the way ahead. We can do it. We rest. Everyone comes back into hand. This readies. This readies. We draw another one of these. It's a pouncing Aatrox. It fatigues us for 2. That's extremely bad. This comes back. Oh, we draw a card. Come on now. Thorough. Actually, yeah, it doesn't matter. Thorough is not what we needed. We have an absolute cavalcade of conflict icons and no glints to whip things out. Riri can put 2 harm on that guy, so we'll do that. Last turn and this turn. Oh no, fatigue. We're going to fatigue out whatever we do here. I'd really like Riri to come back down here. Oh, I just need a glint so that we can sky whip. Why would you let me sky whip? Well, we've got some avoid checks we can do. So let's use Thorough and 1 to avoid the pouncing Aatrox. We're a +3. So we successfully move him out of the way. Exhaust him. We then do this. If this being was within reach, it's not. If there is an active predator, exhaust it, add harm to this being. So we're good there now. So he takes 2 harm. What we desperately need is to survey the path ahead and find the spider line stanchion. So we'll spend both of our greens to survey the path ahead. We just need to not see a sunlight. It's a sunlight, you absolute chump. Oh my God, we're going to be able to do this, except we have to put that guy into play. All right, so this has come into play. We now have to look for the next predator. It's another pouncing Aatrox. The pouncing Aatrox has given us 2 fatigue. We haven't got a moment, we haven't got a glint. How do we go about getting that pouncing Aatrox to sit down? We need to do a test with sunlight. Connect with the pouncing Aatrox, I guess. Wow. So let me just read this. This is quite cool. I didn't even know this existed. So during your turn, if your thing is on this feature, you may treat obstacles as if they did not have the obstacle keyword. We can use spirit and reason to brace ourselves for the ride to move your player token to this feature. When you travel, if all player tokens are on this feature, you may travel to a location up to 2 paths away. So we actually could have travelled from the fractured wall to Spire, or to White Sky, or to Branch, to help our friend with his research. However, we fail because I don't think there's any task I can do, so I just don't have any glints to allow me to use my stave. I can't soothe any fatigue, I suppose. I can't remember my ranger training. The only thing I can do is connect if for some reason I manage to flip a... There's nothing here that will exhaust the active predator. So I'm just going to need to go check about ending the day and see what that looks like for this situation. Yeah, so we just end the day. I mean, we can try and connect with the Aatrox. We would need to flip a +4, which seems very unlikely. We have no moments that we can play because they're all manifestations. I would be able to... I just don't think, yeah, that... Bring that back into hand. Yep, so we just have to attempt to interact with something here, which immediately fatigues us. We're too fatigued. We end the day, and that is all she wrote. If we had some stuff left on our meditation pillow, maybe we could have survived, but that's a shame. We don't get to add our translocator in because you need to end the day by resting to be able to add that in. Cool. But the good news is that we can maybe still catch up with Solaro Mako tomorrow because we're still at the fractured wall, and that is another day done and another episode done. BigDenoPlays, Earthborne Rangers. I'll just very briefly, before I wrap up, talk about my deck. So one of the cool things about all games of this nature is the types of decks that you can build. This game has backgrounds and other stuff. So I'm a shaper, and that's kind of like a, I don't want to say magician, but he does stuff where he's utilizing manifestation. So some sort of magician. And then I've also gone with a traveler. Now, the metagamer in me decided that being able to travel felt important around the map, and the traveler obviously has cards that facilitates traveling a little easier, especially as a solo player, just one card, one hand. You know, it's a little bit harder to whip around the map, what have you. So, yeah. We are going to finish there. Now, if we go and have a look at this tracker, you can see that we're about to read 104, and we're about to change the weather. All things that I have not seen before, which is cool. So, call that a day. Downpour for tomorrow. It's going to be raining, pouring with rain. Inclement weather. What does that do? I don't know. We'll find out tomorrow. That's all, friends. Hope you're enjoying. It's going to be a great day because I get to find out some cool new stuff. We did get to help Lund. We did get to rescue Lund and help him salvage the northern outpost. So that was good. Successful day. But yeah, I would like to get Solaro Mako over somewhere new so we can help him out. But that's a job for tomorrow. I will catch you on the next episode. Big Deno out.